dokie. Let me put this, get this engine off here. Okie dokie. So you got your loadout, you got 2 explosive charges, and you have your toolkit.
Yes, I got that.
Okay, beautiful. Now we go through the 5-minute little boring part, where I'm just gonna I'm gonna just read some stuff to you.
Oh, sorry, just wait. Looks like he didn't take those explosive charges. Sorry.
All right, no problem. Well, while you grab your explosive thing, I'm gonna read the little boring part, so we get the little 5-minute thing over with, and then we can go have some fun. All right, and Trooper,
Yeah, sure.
You're listening in. Okay, so we're gonna start off. EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit. Capabilities, limitation, and equipment. EOD units are small units with limited assets made up of weapons, vehicles, or various assisting personnel. Although making EOD units highly mobile, the constant availability of these assets is restricted, especially during operations. Often EOD teams are tasked with being joint 2 units all across the Army, as well as CAG type groups, often supporting operator or above level personnel. This is the primary function of the EOD. Army EOD supports the Army mission of prompt, sustained land dominance through full spectrum operations by identifying, diagnosing, rendering safe, exploiting, and disposing of all explosive ordnance or comparable threats regardless of filler. As required, provide support to joint, interagency, and multinational missions. EOD functions are defined as categories of related EOD capabilities and activities grouped together to assist commanders at all echelons to effectively integrate and synchronize EOD forces. EOD supports the commander's mission through its 4 functional areas: render safe, tactical, and technical intelligence, protecting, support, and disposal. The basic EOD functions also directly support the Army's warfighting functions. Upon the request from federal agencies, EOD will also provide support to national special security events and counter-drug operations. Army EOD units provide force protection support to all Army facilities and installations, acts as the installation commander's principal advisor on explosive threats, and
Lieutenant
is
Caulfield
a
timed
first
out
responder.
From the server.
The EOD mobility functions. EOD help keep the routes of maneuver by opening or eliminating the hazards of UXOs. EOD also provides valuable information concerning the types of hazardous associated with UXOs. This will allow the commander to make informed decisions concerning maneuver. Now, just to go over what non-EOD members do, is a methane report. I don't know what they do with the Royal Marines by you, but U.S. Army uses what's called a methane report to the EOD. You'll have we'll start with M. Methane is METHANE. First one, M, military details, that's the call sign and the unit. The 2 would be the E, that's the exact location of the incident, a minimum of 6-digit grid coordinates description required. T, time and type of incident, was it a fire, was it an explosion, was it an RTA, was it a collapsing building. H, hazards in the area, is there chemicals, power cables, fire, or hostile activity. A, approach routes for emergency vehicles and details of helicopter landing sites. N, the number and nationality and type of casualties. Rough estimation of severity of injuries required. And E, expected response, what assets are available and what assets are needed. And as I stated, methane reports are normally used by non-EOD units, and they are the format that indicates should normally be called in using. The report is structured in a way so that it can be utilized when finding an explosive or after an explosive blast. That's the little boring part real quick. That's not even the whole thing. That's probably about, like I said, that's about 5 minutes. To go through the whole manual, it's probably about 40 minutes. So...
Very interesting, Captain.
Okay, so now my stream is back live again. Whenever I exit out of screen, the stream freezes, but now you should be getting movement again. Okay, now we're gonna go over the application of how to approach and how to disarm an IED. So I'm going to jump on my little ATV here. This is going to be our ATV. I mean, this is going to be our IED. One thing I didn't ask you to grab is I didn't ask you to grab chem lights. Usually we toss down a chem light. So, all right, now if we come over here by the front of the CH-47.
Specialist Scout was kicked from the server.
Okay, the advantage of also having long-range scopes is that you want to be able to view something from a distance without getting too close to it. So this, you know, here we are in the base. Don't have to worry about any IEDs here because, you know, I know our guys in the tower are doing a fine job in keeping the enemy out of our base. But you see all the other ATVs parked nicely. Oh, look at that. There's an ATV out of place. That doesn't look right. Because I know normally the people would park it back, you know, in its normal spot. So that could be a possible IED. We don't know. So what we always do is we're going to approach one guy high, one guy low. And we're going to be
Specialist Vetter was kicked from the server.
We're going to be encircling the ATV. So one guy will go left, which is either the front guy. He'll either say, you know, I'll either say Malloy going left, and you'll be going right. And then you'll be scanning your area. You'll be scanning your area looking for any kind of like secondary devices or anything like that. Plus also the person that doesn't approach the IED, the other EOD operator will make sure provide cover. And hopefully the first operator doesn't, number one, blow himself up, or two, get shot by enemy fire. So let's approach this like a like an IED. So stack up behind me. So I'm going to be going low. Yep. So get right on my six, right on my ass. There you go. And we're both going to be moving together, and we're going to be scanning. I'm going to be scanning the left if you could scan the right side. And we're going to make sure that there's no secondary or any kind of wires or anything like that. So let's approach this thing like it was an IED. And you always want to be going into the, you always want to be going in the walking position, which for some reason my guy is not walking. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so now I'm looking. I'm approaching the ID. I'm going to fan left. I'm fanning left. You're going to go right, but like I said, you're also going to, you're not going to stay focused on the ID. You're going to be looking at the ID, but you're also going to be scanning your side for any kind of like junk or anything like that. Nothing by you?
Nothing by me.
Beautiful. So a good position for you might be back up by the ATVs, and you're going to be making sure you're covering me.
Roger.
So now I'm going low, and I'm going to approach this thing slow, and make sure. I'm going to continue looking at it. I'm going to see if I see any wires or anything like that sticking out, or any kind of nasty stuff that doesn't look right. And you can actually use your long-range scope also when you're looking underneath, like you're looking at something, because it brings everything up nice and close. So I don't see any wires or anything like that. So, I deemed, guess what? The ATV is not an IOD. I mean, an IED. IOD. IED. So, somebody just didn't park it. Alright, ready to have some fun now?
Yep, sure thing.
Alright, join up on me. We're going to get in the Hunter here, and we're going to head out of base now.
Contact! Soldier!
Okay, and the main thing I want to also emphasize too is, you know, we're supposed to be, you know, this is supposed to be like a war-torn country. There's junk and everything all over the place, but there's some things that, do tend to stick out a little bit more. And that's what we're keeping an eye on. We're looking for something that doesn't look right, that, might be positioned, in a place like, say, if you had like a barrel or something like that, or some junk by the side of the road at an intersection, that would bring up suspicion, because, they love to put IEDs at intersections and stuff like that, where they can, maximize their damage.
Something that's out of the norm.
Exactly. And once we do find an IED, we're going to. Oh, I can't drive and talk at the same time. Ooh, look at that. What we're going to do is I'm going to go through the practice of showing you how to eliminate that IED, because there are certain things that you have to take into consideration when either you're trying to disarm or you're trying to blow up. You're trying to take out the IED.
Right.
Okay, now I always like to check outside of our base, because, who knows, maybe the enemy does get close and they're able to put some stuff by our base. So right now we're heading over to the we're at the entrance to our base. Now, do you see anything out of sorts?
Yes, I see there's a pile of rubble just in front of that sign to one left side of the.
Roger. So use your long-range scopes. Actually, see a bunch. I see tires. I see.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I see a bunch of pallets and things like that. So that doesn't look right to me.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out what the hell. I thought I took out the AI. These dumb idiots. Must be some other troops I have on there. Okay, so I'm gonna go low. You're gonna go high. We're gonna approach these things. The whole thing with this is we don't know if this is an IED, but we're going to go very, very slow. Let's wait for these AI to clear out, because if that is an IED and they get close enough, they could set it off.
Of course.
Okay, it's probably safe to continue. Okay, now you're gonna fan right. I'm gonna fan left. If you can keep me covered from your side of the street, I'm gonna go low and check this thing out.
Roger.
I see another thing that looks way out of place. There's a generator up on the side of the road, up onto our left.
Seen. That's way out of place.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that leaves a generator out in the middle of the road. Alright, I got a little stack of pipes here. Alright, yep. This is an IED. So, okay, now an IED's been located. We're outside of our base. You're covering me from the other side of the street. The reason why I'm not going to put a charge on this one is because we're right by our base. We don't want to create any damage to our base, so I'm going to attempt to disarm. So, Malloy, Captain Malloy, one IED found, attempting to disarm. And I usually hold my breath, because there is a percentage that I will not disarm this thing successfully, because that's what I put in there, because that's the whole point is, unfortunately, not everything goes right all the time, but I'm going to see if I can disarm this thing. And I'm holding my breath.
Right,
okay, that one IED has been disarmed. I'm going to check out this other pile of junk over here. Yep, just hold your position, and I'm going to check these junk here. Okay, pallets seem clear. I don't see any wires or anything like that. Okay, pallets and tires are clear. So I've cleared this area. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to backtrack my steps, because if there was another ID, like I said, with that generator and stuff there, I'm going to backtrack my steps because I don't want to end up setting something off and blowing myself up. So now I'm going to backtrack where I came, and then I'm going to meet you back on the road. Always try to remember the steps that you took, because those are the steps that you want to take. Those are the steps that you want to take back. Okay, so that was a threat right outside of our gate that has been handled with, and it was disarmed. And whenever you're backing away slowly from an ID, make sure you go very slow, because if you put a charge down to blow it up and you back up too fast, you could detonate it. Okay, let's get back in the vehicle.
Right.
Okay, last man in. Now we clearly saw the
Critical damage!
Okay, now that was very Now I cleared that IED, and apparently the IED was located.
Grid 064.
The IED was located really deep underneath the junk.
Ready.
So, oh my God.
Grid 0640554.
That's what makes our job so damn dangerous.
Ready. Ready.
Rollers.
Oh my God. See? Hey, even the captain blows himself up once in a while. Alright, you know what? I'm going to grab my gear again. There is a save loadout script, so you can actually save your loadout. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's a big
If the major saw that, he would be laughing hysterically. Troop, did you see?
Great Dog A was kicked from the server.
Did you just see I just blew myself up?
Yeah.
I'm out.
See, now I checked that rubble, I checked those tires and everything like that, but it must have been like really packed underneath the junk, underneath the garbage. See, even captains make mistakes. All right, my loadout saved. We just lost our hunter, so we can probably just get an ATV, or we could take the Hemet. Either doesn't matter. We're gonna wait for the smoke to clear. We'll wait for the smoke to clear, and now you can grab an extra ATV. I tell you, I like Open Broadcaster, but it makes my frame rates drop so much. Stand by to watch this guy completely being engulfed in a big blast.
I'll just play a game on Arma for now.
I'm actually re-recording this from Twitch TV. Yeah, so apparently, they're crumpled bodies. You will actually see the trooper get engulfed in a huge blast. I want to make sure there's no
He died gloriously.
devices or anything like that.
Kapla.
Yeah, so that apparently the IED was really, they had it really hidden well.
Stand by for a few minutes.
Well underneath the
This troop
rubble.
blows himself up with a massive IED. Not his fault. He went to disarm it,
like I said,
and it didn't get disarmed. But
Yeah,
he looks spectacular going up in a ball of flames.
I probably have to explain to the major, how in the hell did you blow up one of our hunters? Yeah, don't go too close to the fire, you'll burn up. Alright, no secondary devices here. We're gonna get onto our ATVs, head up the road a little bit. We're gonna check out that, we're gonna check out the, what is that? We're gonna check out that generator and stuff. Like I said, we're always looking for something that looks out of place. Alright, this is probably a good distance. Okay, now this time you're gonna go low, I'm gonna go high, I'm gonna sweep to the right. But remember, always check your roadway, because I mean, right now I can see another thing. I can see another thing on the side of on the right side of the road. If you look, you see like some sort of like container or something.
Not seen yet.
Don't go over there. If you don't see it, don't walk over there, because you could set it off. But I'm looking at some sort of like rubble. See that bush that's directly right in front of me, bearing 0 or 100? If you look behind it, right side of the road, second bush up, there you go. You should see like a little plastic container or something there. You got eyes on it?
Not yet.
I'm gonna shoot by it, okay?
Okay. Oh, I see it.
You see it?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
is definitely out of place. So I'm gonna go right behind you. I'm gonna go high. You're gonna go low. I'm gonna sweep to the right side, but I'm gonna stop where kind of where that shadow of that big standing bush is. And then I want you to get on the ground and get over to that generator and check it out to make sure it's not an IED. So we're gonna go very slowly. Okay, so when you're moving, I'm gonna be moving. Remember, always scan your lanes. I'm looking the left side. You're looking I'm looking the right side. You're looking the left side. I'm gonna fan out to the left, and I'm gonna cover you from this bush. Make sure you go low. Make sure you're crawling on the ground, because if you're standing up, you could set it off.
Yes.
If it is an IED, you have two options. You could either try to disarm it, or you could put a charge. Due to the fact that we're not around any kind of buildings, we're not going to create any kind of collateral damage.
Right, I can see a blue and a white wire with a orange cylinder and a red cylinder right next to it.
Okay. Just crawl up to it slowly. And if it is an ID, you should see on your scroll wheel that you'll have like a little option to disarm it. Or actually, the best thing to do, since we're not by anything, you're going to put down a charge. You'll say your name. You have any rank, so you'll say your name. You'll put one times explosive charge placed, and then you're going to back away. Then you're going to back away. You're going to crawl away from that.
Right, that is an ID. Indeed.
Solid copy. So then you just go skied, one times explosive charge placed and set. Then you're going to back away. Slowly.
Right, this is skied. ID, one times explosive charge set.
Roger. Normally we also throw down a chem light, but we didn't grab any, so I'm crawling now back to you, retracing my steps. Once you're at safe distance away, then you can stand up, but still back away slowly, because if you stand up too close and you back away too fast, you could set it off. Okay, let's back up to the ATVs here. And we we should be safe here. Okay, we're gonna get on the ground. Now you're gonna say, now you would say skied. Safety's off, one time explosive charge, and then you're gonna go, call fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
Ski 1 on safety's off. Explosive charge set. Fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
And
Smash.
that was an IED. For sure.
Pretty big blast.
Oh yeah. We're gonna wait for the smoke to clear, then we're gonna check out the other side of the roadway that I saw that other device. Another thing too, oh, I tell you, that open broadcasting really drops my frame rates. Ugh. But another thing you also do is, because remember we had some friendly troops walking around, you always want to make sure that before you detonate it, make sure that there's no friendlies or civilians or anything like that around the area.
Oh yes, of course.
So we'll wait for the smoke to clear, so we can move forward and check out those other things. And actually, when the smoke clears and we approach and we see that the IED was taken out, then we would just announce that, yep, one times IED destroyed. This smoke is not good for my asthma. If I had asthma. That's what they
One
should.
times
Yep.
IED destroyed.
Roger that. See, I still see smoke on my screen.
Oh yeah, mine's all clear.
Okay, yeah. So you would, once we see that the device was destroyed, and we can actually physically see it, then you would announce that it was destroyed.
Yes, of course.
Alrighty, let's go check out those other things that we saw. Like I said, we got that plastic container or something. There's something on the right side of the road, and I can see actually up from that. I can't really see from here, but on the bushes I see some other thing, white thing that's sticking out. So let's go over there and check out those devices. This time I'm going to swing left, you're going to go right. I'm staying high, so let's get over there. And I'll keep you covered from over here. I'm also checking where the IED was, because like they do like to have little secondary devices. Ooh. Yeah, we got an ID. Hold on. Okay, make sure you go low, because if you're standing up, you could set something off. So go ahead. I'm covering you. You go. If you can go check out that container.
Roger. The container is actually moving on my screen.
What's moving?
That little white container.
It's moving?
It's like blowing up and down the hill.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on one second. Oh, you know what? Let me check it out, because it's standing still for me. That's a little weird.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So if you cross over to the other side of the street,
I'll
cover me.
Just cover you. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get too close to this thing, because it's some sort of aerosol can. Okay, Captain Malloy, one explosive charge set and placed. Backing away. Yeah, you're always looking for something that looks out of place. I mean, like I said, you've seen junk and everything before on the maps. But as I said, I have the it's a random IED generator, so it's like you never know what's going to be an IED, what's not, and it's random. So where there was an IED 2 seconds ago, you know, once you blow it up or the map's restarted, it will generate another. You know, it'll be put someplace else. So you never know what's an IED and what's not. So that's why you got to keep on your toes. Okay, I'm gonna back away to the ATV. And with the explosive charges, you don't have to get super close to the IEDs to blow them up.
All right.
All right, so we should be good here. There's nothing over here, so we're gonna run back to the IEDs. I mean, run back to the ATVs. ATVs, IEDs. I tell you, it's so much fun. Okay, Captain Malloy. One times explosive charge set. The safeties are off. Looking around, I see no friendlies, no civilians, no collateral damage. Fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole. And yeah, that was some secondary devices also over there. Ooh, my ears are ringing.
Yeah.
I think I got hit with a little shrapnel. Nope, I'm good. But you know, when you have a bunch of EOD operators and stuff like that, we'd be able to clear the street in about 10 minutes, like 5-10 minutes. The main thing is just waiting for the smoke to clear. Just waiting for the smoke to clear to get up there and make sure that it was destroyed. Alright, so now you're going to go high, I'm going to go low. Once the smoke clears, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to sweep left, you can sweep right. You can go back over to where that area was and make sure that there's no other devices that are around it. But don't move until the smoke clears, because you don't want to be walking up on something you can't see.
Alright, seems like my smoke clears a bit quicker, I guess.
Johnny. Yeah. What are you doing? You're at the table?
It
You
looks
should always
like
call me
there's
before.
a smally yellow.
Yeah, I've just got up. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm just on the phone real quick. Yeah, if you ever want me to go to the table, man, you gotta call me before you get to the table, and I'll meet you there. But anyway, yeah, I'll try to meet you at the table. What time are you staying there till?
I believe it's a dead butterfly.
Oh, staying till 3? Yeah, I'll be there then. Give me about an hour. Alrighty, man. Bye. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so you see anything?
Yes, there's a yellow something lying there, but I believe it's like a dead butterfly or a bleached butterfly, maybe.
We blew up a butterfly?
Looks like it.
Alright, well, in that explosion, it looks like something was displaced. Look on the roadway. Do you see that there's like a red oil can or gas can or something like that?
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, that is definitely, we have to check that out.
Alright.
So I'm going to go high. You're going to go low. We're going to approach it. Same thing.
Paperclip timed out from the server.
When we get a certain distance from it, we're going to hit the deck, get on the ground. I'm going to cover you, and then you're going to see if that is an actual device, because, like I said, before the boom went off, that was not there. So that looks like something got knocked onto the roadway.
Yes, I see.
How you
Ready
doing?
to move?
Yep, ready to move. How you doing there, Trooper?
Right.
Troop the bill? Well, he maybe left. Okay, I got you covered here. Yeah, because like I said, before that boom, that thing was not in the roadway.
This is Skid. We've got 1 times IED.
Oh, okay, roger that. You want to try to disarm it, or you want to just blow it up?
I think I'm going to go for the safe option and just blow it up.
Okay. Alright, I got you covered here.
This is Private Skid. 1 times explosive charge set at IED. Right.
Roger. I'm on your 6 now. Yeah, I would still stay low until you're like a good distance away from it.
Roger.
It's funny, I made the map and I have no idea where those AI are. These, the IEDs are all here they are. Oh, hold on, we're gonna have to wait for these guys to clear out. I don't know, truthfully, I don't know where these guys came from. I know I took out the AI because they were stupid and they were like, oh, let's walk by the explosives.
The door locked, they're probably going to set it off now.
Let's see what happens. We'll wait for them to clear. Well, the thing is, if they walk a certain distance away from it and they're walking slow, they might not set it off. It looks like they're going to be going up the hill, so they might be safe. Yeah, they're going up the hill. Alright, we'll wait for these guys to get out of the way, and then we'll set that thing off.
Right.
You gotta love AI. Like, why are these guys lying down on the ground? Why is there explosive charge on the roadway next to something? Let's walk up by it anyway. That's why AI are sacrificial. All right, once they clear, once they get over the hill there, then it'll be safe to detonate it.
Coming up next, the trooper blows
why I'm
himself
laying
up.
over here behind instead of going by the ATVs is because these charges are different sizes. You never know what they are. They could be a small one, they could be a medium-sized one, or they could be a real big one. And if that was a big one, and we were behind the ATVs and stuff like that, I guarantee you would be getting messed up.
And the trooper manages to find a big one.
Alright.
Yep, okay, those guys are clear.
Right. Private Skid. 1 times explosive charge set to IED. No friendlies in the vicinity. No collateral damage. Fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
Good job.
Boom.
Yeah, see, that looked like a small one. Sweet.
Yes.
See,
All right.
because you see, not a lot of pipes over there.
We're going to be fast
Please
forward
join
that.
your
Nice
channel.
and
Recruiting
brown
Office
rocks.
4 on the server.
And,
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got
if
you.
someone went and dug up the ground and disturbed it, you'll see that maybe the ground.
The explosive first. Check. Let's see. I mean, we definitely do a lot. There's not really a short list of what we do, but we do a multiple of like PvP, fighting other clans, fighting the AI. So it never gets boring.
Sounds awesome, man.
The trooper
And our
manages
three
to
guys
blow
are very
himself
good.
up.
These 3 guys are very good. They're
Talking
the ones
over
that,
myself.
design the operations and stuff, and they definitely make it challenging. Right now, the only thing I hate about Arma 3 is this point-and-click crap with the artillery, like using the mortars and stuff like that, you know. Because, I mean, part of BCCs, you learn how to set up a mortar properly. But with Arma 2, when we had Ace, you know, I had map tools, I had all my stuff, so I had my range tables. So with the artillery, you would actually get a 6 or 8 digit grid coordinate called in. Then the FCC would be plotting out the.
I tell you,
we had
sometimes
some
I talk too much.
Burned out car, it looks like, on the intersection.
But the trooper manages to blow himself up
Yep.
trying to disarm an IED in 2 minutes.
Yeah, we would get like a 6 or 8 digit grid coordinate, preferably an 8-digit grid coordinate, so that we could be super accurate. And then we had our, we do our RD computer. We would actually do the calculations for the deflection, elevations, and azimuths. So doing the artillery was like very, very challenging. But like I said, right now with the Arma 3, until they get the ACE thing going, it's basically you get into the thing, you pull up the RD computer, you click, and that's where you send the rounds. But you still have to, even with Arma 3, you still have to know how to do. You got to follow the proper procedures, make sure there's no friendlies, making sure there's no civilians. You need to know, which I know because you said you're a Royal Marine, so you know how to do 8-digit grid coordinates. You can do 10-digit grid coordinates, but we basically go by 8-digit.
All right, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so because 8-digit is accurate enough where if we get within 50 feet of the target, we're definitely going to wreck it. So, so everything that Arma 2 had definitely applies to Arma 3. But like I said, I hate the point and click crap. We did an FTX where it was 20 of us against.
My God, do I talk too much?
300 enemy AI and stuff, and the units were spawned in by Redbeard, and something happened where somehow all the AI got spawned in at once, and it was just like a massive attack. And between 3 mortar teams that I had, people were calling in fire missions to me, and I'm doing the calculations, and I'm giving the fire missions to the gun bunnies, we call them, and we literally put down 220 rounds of mortar on the enemy. We just decimated them.
Sounds insane.
But I had like 4 people give me grid coordinates, and I told them, I said this is not point and click crap. I said they do realize that I'm doing the calculations with the compass and the range tables and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty crazy, but we pretty much decimated them. It was great.
Yes, we got another pile of tires and stuff just to our front. I don't know if you see it.
And the trooper blows himself up
Okay,
in
I'm
1
gonna go
minute.
left.
Luckily, I was sitting
We're not
behind a rock.
We're not gonna swing too far around that one right by the intersection, just for the fact is because I see that there's a burned out truck and some other junk on the opposite side of the roadway that that's like a clear gimme. It's like that's got to be something.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna cover you from the roadway.
I'm approaching a pile of rubble at the intersection. Yeah.
Roger. I got you covered.
I'm thinking about putting some enemies in there to attack when the EOD specialists are
Yeah, I
trying
mean the only
to
thing I could change, the only thing I
disarm
could
the
change
stuff.
with the IEDs, I could change the, I could either change the area that they spawn
Prepare to watch a trooper go boom.
in. IEDs there are, but still, I never know because like if you put 2 IEDs and 3, you put 2 IEDs for real and 3 fakes, you never know which one's what.
Right, we've got 1 times ID at the intersection.
Roger that. I don't
I'm
think
gonna have to
disarm it.
disarm it.
Roger. I got
And
you
trooper
covered.
gets blown up in about 10 seconds.
Attempting disarm. Wish me luck. Dead.
Man,
And like I said, there's a certain percentage.
054.
There's oh
Two.
jeez.
Rally up.
I had to say though, it did look pretty when you just ate that IED.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have any explosive charges left.
Oh, I know. If you when you spawn back at base, if you want to get an ATV and come up here,
he just got engulfed by the biggest blast that I've
because
seen.
Yeah, sure.
that's the whole thing too, is disarming him. It's like a certain percentage. It's a certain percentage that you're able to successfully disarm, and a certain percentage where I've had the IEDs blow up in my face. I had to tell you one thing though. You did look cool as that huge fireball like engulfed your body. So you died very coolly. And that was, I'm actually surprised I'm not hurt, but that was a big one. Holy crap. I just saw you like kneel up, and I just saw you working to disarm it, and the next thing it was like kaboom.
Rollers.
Well, at least you know what it looks like to eat an IED.
Not nice.
It's not pretty. Now, have you been deployed to Afghanistan or anything like that?
Oh no, not at all. That was unfortunately before me.
Ah, Roger. Well, you
Yeah,
guys,
but,
you guys still have troops though in Afghanistan.
Not the Marines, no.
Oh, not the Marines.
No, I believe our last deployment was 40 Commando, 2012.
2. Regroup.
One of the Herricks.
Ah, I got you. Yeah, because I don't know what's going on with the with our military. I don't know if they're being pulled out or what, but I mean, look at Iraq now. Iraq, we were pulled out of Iraq, and now Iraq is back into chaos again. The Taliban are just going to move right back in there and get their strength back up, and then, you know, it's going to be all over again.
Oh yeah, I watched this documentary on YouTube. Well, this is what winning looks like in Afghanistan, and it's actually quite sad, to be fair.
It is. Yeah, actually, if you should have your explosive charges again.
2. Rally up.
I took an extra one.
Roger.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do this landing crafts course and then hopefully get posted out to Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Yes, it's a massive American airbase, so I'm looking forward to that if I can get that.
And then you have all the Indian food. Good stuff, spicy.
Hopefully the guys just go around there and they fish a lot. I spoke to a few LCs who lives in the building that I'm living at the moment, who also works at Faz Lane.
Nice.
Basically said they just work in shorts to patrol the
2.
island and
Form
fish.
on me.
Yeah, I mean, this is a combat sim. You know, it's like you died gloriously, but if it was real life, I would not be happy.
Oh, not at all. I did a combat medics course just at the end of last year, November, and they showed us headcam footage of Ranger Andy Allen. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
He's 19 years old, and he got blown up, and basically they had the full footage on a head cam about how they treat him, and his legs were missing, and it was just a mess basically.
Yeah, it's definitely not good for sure.
Yes, that made me realise that you play for keeps in real life.
Oh, big time. Yeah, here we respawn real life. No.
Right, I'm at your 6.
Roger that. Did you want to cover me, and I'll take a look at those devices, see if there's anything there?
Yeah, sure.
That way you can watch me get gloriously blown up. Yeah, that was a big one. I'm actually surprised I didn't get hurt because I wasn't that far away from you.
Oh well, good luck. I'm taking cover behind this rock.
Roger, I'm scanning, making sure there's nothing on the intersection here.
Are we going to do artillery as well, are we? Or mortars, or just
Oh, yeah, we could do that. We could do the mortars. Like I said, I mean, it's not as challenging because it's just basically set up the mortar and point and click.
Oh, yes, of course.
But, I mean, it's still fun. Like, when you get a bunch of guys, you get a bunch of stuff, mortars together, and you're all firing at once, it looks pretty. Okay, checking out one-time truck. This looks like my old truck. I don't see any wires or anything like that. You know what? Since there's like 3 devices here, I'm just going to put down a charge rather than check all 3 and just blow it up. And if there's something there, it'll set it off.
That would be the safest bet.
Yeah.
Sigma that was kicked from the server.
There's no risk of collateral damage or anything like that. So Captain Malloy, 1 times explosive charge set, backing away. The reason why I'm backing up fast is, we've already been through this area, so we know that there's nothing here.
Alright.
Okay, 1 times explosive charge set, safety's off. Clear, fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole. Okay, no IEDs.
Good going.
Alright, we can move on. Actually, if you want, the next area, I'm just going to drive right into the area to set off any IEDs, if there's any there. And then we can do the mortars.
Yeah, sure.
Did you want to follow me on the ATV so you don't get blown up, just in case there is something there?
No worries.
Okay, you want to go with me? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Like I said, I mean, I know the areas that the IEDs are spawning into, but I don't know if they're fake or if they're live or which ones are IEDs or not.
Oh, yeah. I'll go with 1 in, all in.
That's it.
I used to hate that.
So, we're going to be the IED finder right now. I'm holding my breath.
Oh, a nice stack of pipes just there. Oh, and a piece of rubble on the left. Oh, we survived.
Ooh, we made it. Oh, we made it. Oh, my ears are ringing. Oh, never mind. I thought we made it. Apparently there was another IED.
4054.
Grid 064.
Oh my god.
Zero,
Look at that
five,
chaos
whoa.
over there.
That's
Ready.
massive.
Oh, jeez. That was pretty.
Smash.
Oh,
Yeah.
my frame rates are like, whoa. Because I'm still actually broadcasting on Twitch. All right, so let's do the mortars. Let's show you how to work the mortars. Now, how long have you been playing Arma 3?
I've had the game for probably a while now, but I've never had played online much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've been playing online. I've been playing online for about 3 days now, since Friday.
Nice. See, now here with the now this isn't normally done with the basic Arma 3. It's like I have a script, but it opens up the tailgate of the loading ramp for the CH-47, and with the script you can actually put the cargo into the chopper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so then it's like, say if playing on the pub server, it's like everybody's like, does anybody want RTB for ammo? Everybody's like, yeah, let's RTB for ammo. This way, you can load a cargo, you can load a ammo crate onto the chopper and then airdrop it into the troops, and then they don't have to come back to base.
That's cool.
And you can even load the ATVs into them. Here's our old IED. Yeah, it's a script some guy named Iggy made. So yeah, so you can actually load ATVs and everything into the chopper.
Awesome.
It is weird though, but when you get in the chopper and you're sitting inside the chopper, you don't see them loaded in with you, which is weird. Okay, so come on over here to the ammo box. What you're looking for, you're going to go to your virtual ammo box, you're going to go to backpacks, and then you're going to scroll down until you see, what is it, the mortar, what you call it, the folded M6, folded MK6 mortar bipod. You see the color of my backpack. I don't know if they fixed the other backpack, but at least this one's working. So we're going to go with the light tan backpack. So if you want to grab the tube for the mortar, you're actually getting the menu from over here.
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh, because you're looking at. I got you. I thought you were like a ninja. Do you have the tube?
Yes, I've got the tube.
Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna place them over here, so we're gonna fire on the buildings down there, so that we can actually see the rounds going off. So go to gear. I'm gonna drop my bag. Now, if you have the right backpack, you have the right tube, you should be able to assemble the mortar tube.
How do I do that?
Look down at the bag that I just put, and scroll wheel, and it should say assemble. If you have the right backpack, it should say assemble mortar tube.
Alright, see, there we go.
There you go. So that's one tube up.